So we recently just got a new Hogwarts Legacy trailer, and fellas, we want to break it down for you. Now, starting next week, we'll be revealing early gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy. We actually got to go and play it, and I'm really excited to share it all with you. But first, this trailer breakdown. Now, we actually opened up the trailer with the witch attaching a letter to Eurasian Eagle's owl's leg. And at 5 seconds in, the witch queen says to the owl, "Take this, find them." Now, whoever this is, they're finely dressed, well put together, and are most likely a professor at Hogwarts who's sending this letter off. Now, initially, we thought this was actually Deputy Headmaster Matilda Weasley, who was recently confirmed to be voiced by Leslie Nicole. But in the brief moment we actually see the witch walk away from the owl, you can see her hair is most likely a brunette, black, or some other dark color. So no, not Matilda Weasley, but instead, probably by Howard, the Professor of Beasts at Hogwarts, which lines up with her use of access of the owlery. Then at 10 seconds, the owl lifts from its perch amongst other foul friends, a barn owl and a snow owl, and leaves through the open window of the Hogwarts owlery. Now, it's important to note the various types of owls that are actually shown here, since one of the major things we speculated on in the past was whether or not we'll be able to pick up our own pet before arriving at Hogwarts. Do we actually get a chance to buy our feathered friend at Diagon Alley? Maybe we actually pick one up upon arriving at Hogwarts, or do we even get to pick one at all? Or would it just be randomly assigned? I think it is more likely that we'll be allowed to pick our own owl, cat, or toad, considering the emphasis that Avalanche Software has put on making our own choices and defining our own legacy. And considering we're going to be a 5th year, I don't think we're going to be going through Diagon Alley for a pet. Now, at 17 seconds, we get a quick look at a student flying by on their broom, which harkens back to the second gameplay showcase where they showed us the ins and outs of broom travel in-game. Now, I don't think there's much more to it than just a glimpse at a student on the broom signaling, hey, that could be you. At 20 seconds, the owl enters into the Great Hall, which is lit by 1,000 floating candles. It gets the attention of a trio of students at 24 seconds who are currently messing about with an ancient tome, hovering it above the table at eye height. In the middle of these three is Miss O'Neill, one of the confirmed champions in Hogwarts Legacy, a Gryffindor who recently transferred from Ouagadougou, which was actually a prestigious academy in Uganda, and whose mother is the current divination professor at Hogwarts. Now, the old leathery book has no particular markings whatsoever, but it is clearly worn with age. Now, this could be just a group of students who are bored messing around with their various charms. It could be that this book is something more sinister, pulled from the restricted section and unable to open by mundane means. Now, as the owl with the letter soars overhead, Miss O'Neill's concentration is broken and the tome falls to the table. Now, at 26 seconds, the owl clips past nearly headless Nick, a resounding fan favorite ghost from the Wizarding World, and as it does, he recoils and grabs at his head to keep it atop his shoulders. I know this is just a small detail, but we just wanted to point it out. It's cool seeing Nick again, and it's that attention to detail that we love Avalanche Software is really putting their touch on. At 28 seconds, we get an owl eye perspective of the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, as a number of students employing both Defense Against the Dark Arts Professor Dina Hecat and Deputy Headmistress Matilda Weasley for answers of some kind. This scene is clearly one of distress, and the sort of thing we've seen time and again throughout the Harry Potter series. Students are looking to the professors for answers, for which Deputy Headmistress Weasley tells them, "We don't know what magic caused this." Oh man, I can tell you right now, if I were one of those students, I'd be freaking out. What do you mean you don't know what kind of magic caused it? What even happened here? I need to know more. And we probably will, considering a major point of the story is that we'll be joining Hogwarts not only as an incoming 5th year, but we're also going to be able to tap into the nearly forgotten ancient magic. So now we know 2 things for sure. Number 1, something has happened at the school, and both faculty and students are freaking out. And number 2, they've written a letter and sent an owl to find someone who can presumably help deal with this unknown magic, which is us, baby. That's our letter to Hogwarts that we've been waiting 20 years for. Now, at 32 seconds, we see our owl friend leave the castle, silhouetted by the full moon. Honestly, guys, I love this shot right here of the castle windows lit up at night with the moon perched high in the sky, that fog rolling in. Oh! The owl descends further and further down into the canopy of trees below, into the Forbidden Forest, where a battle is raging on. At 39 seconds, we see 2 Hufflepuff students back to back combating waves of giant spiders. Interestingly, while we only hear the students on the right vocally cast Incendio, the student on the left casts what looks like Glacius. For a while now, there's been some speculation surrounding whether or not Glacius would end up in the game as a castable spell, and if this trailer is showing us all the things we could maybe do, even in cinematic schematic form, then I'd say we probably get away with saying that yes, Glacius is confirmed to be in Hogwarts Legacy. Now, moments later, our owl friend ascends back into the sky and away from this battle. And at 43 seconds, we actually see a bird's eye view of a camp where a masked figure has a hippogriff held in captivity, yelling at it to settle down before their attention is drawn from the creature to our owl friends flying above. Now, this masked figure immediately starts casting the killing curse, but our owl here has major mobility. Now, 3 other figures actually make their way quickly out of the tent to the side and also assist in trying to kill this owl. Now, I believe that this is most likely a poacher's camp. We've heard about them before in both gameplay showcases, and with a little more detail being brought up on this in Showcase 2. Now, Mackenzie Toner, systems designer at Avalanche, made a point of saying, the one thing I really want to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place. There's poachers in the overland who want to hunt these beasts for material. Poachers are all around the vast world of Hogwarts Legacy, hunting these magical creatures, and it'll be up to us to stop them. We can even go one step further and provide them a home where they'll be loved and cared for. Now, back to our owl friend who's dodging curses like mad, we come up upon something fantastic. At 52 seconds, we actually see a dragon atop a cliffside plateau, breathing fire and engaged with a trio of wizards and witches. Now, one witch at the front casts Protego, defending both herself and her peers from the dragon's breath. Now, we've seen dragons featured a number of times throughout Hogwarts Legacy game trailers, and you can even see a dragon in the top left corner of this key art for the game. Now, if I had to put my money on it, I'd say we're getting a close look at a Hebridean black dragon, just one of the many different kinds found in the Wizarding World. We actually have an article here from wizardingworld.com, named for the Hebrides, the islands off the west coast of Scotland. These dragons can be up to 30 feet in length, and the Hebridean black is covered in rough scales and sharp ridges on its back. It has purple eyes and arrow-shaped spiked on its tail and bat-like wings. Now, you can see clearly in this footage the rough scales and sharp ridges described, but most importantly, the purple eyes. And considering they're native to the islands west of Scotland, remember that the surrounding areas of Hogwarts Legacy is the Scottish Highlands. Either way, I'm enjoyed at the inclusion of a dragon like this, and I'm hoping that we can do more than just fight him, maybe feed him, and keep him. Then at 1 minute and 2 seconds, we see our feathered friend moving quickly through the clouds, clearly searching until they find who they're looking for at 1 minute and 4 seconds, and it releases its cargo. The scroll falls deftly into the hand of a young witch in a semi-ornate clothing, standing in the middle of a snow-covered street with Big Ben, the infamous clock tower rising high above the buildings. From this, we know 2 things. Number 1, we originated probably from London proper, and number 2, it's confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that this takes place in the late 1800s, as Big Ben's construction was completed in May of 1859, a time when there certainly would not have been snow amongst London streets. Now, we never see what is within the letter, but if I had to guess, it's our invitation to Hogwarts. Guys, I hope you're getting hyped. Again, we have exclusive gameplay coming up. I can't wait to share it all with you. Be looking out for that. And if you enjoy this content, a like on this video is very much appreciated. Well, fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.